Hi, this is George Bayruthi from FS Securities, a stockbroking firm on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. Today I will show you how investors and traders can make money on our stock market. I will show you also what is hot and what is not, and what you should hold and what you should fold. So please enjoy the presentation. First of all, let me give you some global data. At the close, the Dow and the other indices were all higher, as you can see here, 0.5% for the Dow and 0.45% for the S&P 500. In Europe, most indices were also higher across Europe. As far as commodities are concerned, gold was trading at 1,287 an ounce. West Texas crude oil at $52.50 US per barrel. And iron ore price, important for BHP, Rio and Fortescue, was down 0.7% to $73.40 US per ton. And the Australian dollar was slightly stronger at 71.84. We'll also give you 62.5 euro cents, 56.4 British pence, and 105 New Zealand. The above chart shows the volume. That's the daily volume, and you can see that the volume across the last 3 weeks has been relatively low. 26% of our stocks yesterday advanced and 23% declined. The best sector yesterday was gold, was up nearly 2.4%, and then followed by real estate, up 1.3%. The worst sector was consumer staples and and communication, followed by down 0.5%. Our market yesterday was up by 17 points, and that's 0.3%. And Australian shares appear set to rise at the open as Wall Street worked to extend its rally. The futures were up 14 points at the start of trading, so we might see a bit of fluctuation later on in the day. Our mechanical system, which gives you recommendation for the investor, conservative trader, aggressive trader and very aggressive trader, is based on a mechanical system that I designed about over the last 10 years with a lot of refinement. And we can see that BHP is still bullish, even though it was dropped by 3% yesterday because of the dividends. Of course, they got paid yesterday. Newcrest Mines is still bullish, although we asked you early in the week to take some profit, as maybe we have seen gold reaching sometime around resistance around the 1300 US. We also asked you to buy Woolworths, and Woolworths continues to be higher. Suncorp, we still recommending that you are bearish on Suncorp, and we did that recommendation about 2 weeks ago. We asked you to go short on Suncorp. You can see from yesterday's results, Newcrest Mines was the best stock amongst the top 20, and it was up by 1.8%. Suncorp was up by 10 cents. However, we still see that the long term Suncorp is still bearish. BHP was down 3.4% because of the ex-dividend date. Telstra was down 2 cents to $2.89. So here we see Woodside Petroleum. This is a company that we ask you to look at for an option trading. We decided that we took a particular position where we expect the first target to be $34. That's in 15 days. That's when the option will expire, and as long as it doesn't drop below 31. We entered the trade on the 9th of January when the price was $32.42. 2 days later, that's at the close yesterday, Woodside Petroleum was $33.37, up to $1.90. Obviously, we don't want it to go above 34 in 13 days. That's the expiry of Woodside Petroleum, and we don't want it to go below 31. This is actually the spread amongst the options. As you can see, 34.01, this is the top level, and 31.01 is the lower level, and as long as it stays within this range, the maximum profit is 17 units times 100. That's because every contract has got 100 shares, and then multiply that again by the number of contracts. The maximum loss is 32. So that is actually a return approximately of approximately 50% return if it works in our favor. Now, in terms of the most active company yesterday, we've seen St. Barbara, that's a gold company, was up nearly 4%. Evolution, another gold company. Northern Stars, another gold company. And Beach Energy, oil, was up nearly 3%. And so we present that to you every day and show you the most active stock yesterday. We also show you this particular slide where we show you the various companies that has exceeded the average volume. For instance, All Search yesterday, usually we see a volume of an average of 3.8 million. Well, yesterday All Search traded 7.7 million shares. Now that's nearly twice the volume, the average volume. So obviously that really creates an incentive for you to look at and say why that is so. Qantas for 2 days in a row has also shown some good results with high volume. Ramsey also 2 days in a row showing high volume. Now on the mid cap for those speculators, we've got a company called Nearmap, nearly 3 times. And you've got a company called Bravura, BVS, and Infigen, IFN, 142% of the average volume. And Hub24 Limited also had 140% of the average volume. So we do that, we study the volume and see which company has actually traded in terms of volume above the volume, the average volume. And that of course requires a bit of more research, and then we look at that as well. Now for the gainers, we've seen Agency Group went up by nearly, I don't know if that is correct, but it certainly had a very large increase from nearly 1 cent to about 14 cents. Huge jump. But I don't know if that is actually something that we want to really trade. The other company, Integrated Research, went up by 37%. Intelli HR. We actually highlight all the stocks that happen to be above 10 cents because we don't like to trade anything below 10 cents at FS Securities. Finally, disclaimer, I don't know your financial circumstances, so everything I said today is only general advice only. And before you take any action, make sure you talk to us and generate some further input. If you want to talk to us, this is our information, george@fssecurities.com.au, and this is my phone number. And of course, you can always visit our website, www.fssecurities.com. Finally, have a good